Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book is very good if you want to learn on how to make friends, especially if you're starting absolutely zero. Its main point is to be influential to people. You need to change yourself first. So, without further ado, let's begin. When I first started self-improvement, I was a serious gamer. Really serious. And what you know from us who play competitive mobile games, such as Dota or League, is we are bad at communicating. And that's where I started. The constant blaming and anger towards other people for losing. I have no idea on how to deal with the emotions of other people. We might actually be in the bottom in communicating. What's worse is I live before by this phrase. Don't care what others think. Focus on your own self and don't care for others. That quote is actually a two-sided sword. One is it is good because focusing on your goals is very important. We're going to face with different people that because of envy will prevent us from reaching our goals. That's why, for one, we need to take care of our own selves and work our own way to success. But with regards to social interactions, it's quite a different story. We always need the help of others in order to have a successful career. We need people around simply because we are social creatures. We really can't live alone. If there is one thing I learned in life, it is that having good people around you and having good people with skills makes life so much easier. Money, relationships, business, all of it can be affected by good communication skills. And as I said, I started from the bottom because I was really socially awkward before. Gladly, this is one of the first book I've read with regards to social interactions, and it shaped me into who I am today. Here is the primary lesson from the book. In order to win and influence others, we need to change ourselves, our thinking about life, and our view on emotions. The tips in this book are various tips and practices we need to slowly put into our lives in order to make communication easier. Even if it is an old book, it still works and we can still win friends and influence people in the digital age, where it is filled with easier ways to communicate with people, such as social media and our phones. I have a good news and a bad news for you. With technology, phones, social media, and many more easy ways to communicate with others, most of us lose the skill in communicating. Before, it is quite rare to see people bullying each other face to face. Right now, you can do it easily on social media. Imagine that. A bad news indeed. But here is the good news. Actually, I have two good news for you. One is with improving your communication and social skills, you will be better than most people in their careers and life in general. Why? Because like in the bad news, people are becoming bad in social interaction. Another good news is that because of the technology to communicate with people faster, once you apply the tips, the benefits will be so much better compared to before. Because we can communicate with more people than ever. Tip number 1. Avoid arguments at all costs. While most people will argue with others to make them do what they want, it is never the best solution to influence others because they forget one of the most important human psychology. No one wants to be wrong. Once you start arguing with people, they will be protective of what they think, making it a lot harder for you to get what you want. Also, since they will be protective of themselves, you already lost a potential friend. You basically lose everything. Also, be sincere and do not try to fake it. People can sense that, and it makes things worse. I made it the first tip because it is the one I use the most, and it made a significant effect in my life. Our basic reaction when we are being corrected is to protect ourselves and defend what we think. And that is also what the others are doing. When I started avoiding arguments, it made things a lot easier to communicate with people. What is better is that I learned to understand why they feel that way. That improves empathy. I seek to understand them first by not making arguments, which will make them feel good that you are very interested in what they are telling you. After that, once they feel good, it will be easier to have a meaningful chat with people. You will also have a new friend. Tip number 2. Show the benefits. If you want someone to do what you want, do not show them why you want it to happen. Show them why they want it to happen. In doing so, they will be happy to do it for you because of the benefits it can have on them. Subtly, you also got what you want. The example in the book is a kid who does not want to go to school. The parents know that arguing will make things worse. And if they force the child to go to school, the child will be resentful to them and hate school even more. So what they did is they showed the child some games that the parents played in front of him. And when the kid comes and wants to play, they just said that, "Oh, you don't know how to play this game, but in school, they teach you how to play board games." See the benefit? For the child, it looks like when he goes to school, he will learn how to play board games. The teacher will teach him that. So the next day, he woke up on his own because he does not want to be late for school. The parents got what they want, and the child is happy to do it. Tip number 3. Make others the hero. Here's the thing with people. They want to feed their ego. Instead of denying that from them, feed it. Make them feel good. They would be happy to help you if they are in a good mood. So instead of arguing with people to make you better, make them the hero, and they will help you. Here is the example from the book. The author actually likes to walk his dog on the park, and an officer does not like it because of the various incidents that has happened in the parks and the reports of dogs attacking people. So obviously he got mad and reprimanded the author. The next time he brings the dog to the park, the officer will definitely make an immediate action. But ultimately, he can't control himself. So he went with his dog to the park again. And to his surprise, the officer is there and he has seen him again. If you were in his position, what will you do? A normal reaction is you will argue with the officer. But he did something different. Just before the officer came to him and started to run, he said this, "Officer, I'm so sorry. I know I did wrong. It's all my fault. And you're right. I did not follow what you told me." Then the officer's mood suddenly changed. He said, Now, everyone makes mistakes and it's alright. Just tie up your dog well and it's fine." And the other said, "No, it's really my fault. I'm really sorry." The officer said, "It's fine. I'll forgive you this time." See what happened? Suddenly, just because he looked like the hero, that he can save the author from his troubles, he got away from it. That is the power of making others the hero. You get what you want, and sometimes we forget that people need some validation People need to hear that they are important. Why not give it to them? Especially if they deserve it. Apply this in your life. Compliment your peers, your friends, your family, especially if they did a great job. Give them some validations and make them happy. And ultimately, see the magic that it can do in your own life. Tip number 4. Ways to make people like you. Some people think that making people to like them is hard. Really hard. Actually, it depends on the person. Some people are easy to please, and some are not. That's just a rule of life. However, to make them like you, the methods are actually the same for all. I actually know someone who is great in social interaction. He is the best. He is considered the best of all. He just smiles and is genuine in himself. That he likes people around him. People can feel that he likes to be with them, so they are always very excited to see him. And in return for his kindness, they give him all the things he wants and needs without asking for it. His life is so full of fun because everything he needs is just being given to him. Really cool, huh? That someone is a dog. Ever wonder why dogs are considered man's best friend? Because he has 2 out of the 3 tips that I'll give you in this section, which is smile and be genuine. Smiling elevates the moods of all the people around you. It makes the atmosphere lighter. Why is it that the more we get older, the lesser we smile? If only we smile a lot and be genuine to others, we can make friends so much easier. So here are the 2 tips for you. Number 1, smile to make others happy. And number 2, always be genuine. Genuine in using all the tips I've said in this video. Genuine in understanding people. Genuine in showing the benefits to others. Genuine in making the others a hero. And genuine in smiling and liking people, like how dogs do it. Last tip to make people like you. Remember their names. When I go to conventions, I usually have a notepad on my phone ready whenever I meet someone new. So when he is introduced to me, I can simply write it down, and that way I can remember their names easily. Another tip is that you could say their name or let them say their name. You can also make them spell it out so you will remember it so much easier. Remember this. For others, their name is very important. And once you screw it up, it will hurt their feelings. Their name is that important. Ever see someone gets awkward because someone pronounced their names wrong? Or someone spelled their name wrong? It could be you or someone else. You know the feeling. It isn't good. When you remember someone's name, they will be surprised and be delighted. They will usually think that they will have fun with you because you are attentive when you heard their name. It means you will be interested in their story. Everybody has a story to tell, and communication is the means to know them. With these tips, I was able to learn from a lot of people, and hearing their experiences and stories transformed me into who I am today. That is the power of interaction. That is the power of friendship. It makes us feel whole. I hope you learned something in this video. And as always, see you in the next video.